Hello, I'm Harry for the TV, remember it? No, you don't have to. And welcome back to another fan fiction reading. This time, I'm going to be reading my second fan fiction that I've ever written. Masky x Scarecrow. A Korbyn x Jeff x Masky sequel. You could tell that back then, my fan fiction didn't really have the best titles. So, these chapters are actually really short because back then I didn't know about story structure, and it was my first time, technically second time writing. So that's why it might seem like I'm speeding through these chapters from the story, but without further ado, let's begin. Scarecrow's point of view. It's been 10 years since the downfall of both Masky and Largo, and after that, Korbyn and Jeff got married and had two girls named Sam and Kat, who would be the future clear. Yeah, I was kind of a fan of the Nickelodeon sitcoms back when I first wrote this, and one of them I ever watched was Sam and Kat, and I think this was before I started writing the story. I was sitting on the couch in Slendy's mansion when Sam came in holding a potion and came towards me. "Hey, Miss Scarecrow, look what I found!" she yelled while holding out the potion. I took the potion and read the label, and it said, "The potion of life," and I beamed as I thought of something. Then I asked, "Where did you find this?" And Sam answered with, "Daddy, Cook, and I went to Slendy's office and showed me where it was." Then I laughed. "Oh, classic irresponsible Jeff." Then I went outside and I headed for the graveyard, and when I got there, I found Masky's grave and dropped a few drops of the potion into the soil. Yeah, so this was back when I actually wanted to do a Masky x Scarecrow fan fiction, but I didn't know how to do it since I killed off Masky in the very first story I ever wrote. So I ended up just retconning Masky's death completely. Even though he isn't technically retconned, it explained how he came back. Yeah, I was young back then. I was young. Then, after that, Steam billowed, is that even a word? Billowed from the grave, and when the steam cleared, I gasped when I saw who stood in front of me. It was Masky. He just stared. Where am I? And why am I in the graveyard?" I just smiled and hugged Masky. "You died 10 years ago and I brought you back from the dead." Then I picked up the mask and handed it over to Masky. Masky's point of view. I took the mask and my mind suddenly flashed back to when Largo tricked me into betraying Korbyn and my friends, and how I got stabbed by Largo trying to save her. I remember now," I said tearfully as I put on the mask. Scarecrow's point of view. "Come on, let's tell the other participants the good news," I said cheerfully as I took Masky's hand. But when I looked back, he frowned. Miss Scarecrow, I can't go back. Not after what I did." I just smiled. "I'm sure they'll forgive you. Let me remind you that you saved Korbyn from being stabbed to death." Then Masky piped up. "I found an abandoned house in the woods when I did my temporary job at the candy store. What? Apparently, a couple got spooked when they saw Slenderman nearby, and they moved out, and no one has moved there ever since. I smiled. Cool, let's go and check it out, shall we? Masky smiled. Of course we shall, my dear. Then he took my hand and we went off into the woods. Oh yeah, and it's never really explained, I don't think, why Masky worked on a candy store. Chapter 2, The House. Masky's point of view. Me and Miss Scarecrow walked through the woods and towards the house. How did you know about this house? Miss Scarecrow asked. Plot twist. Wait for it. Why did I put that? Because it was my house before I became Masky, I said, smiling, as I opened the door and entered the room. We closed the door and headed towards the sofa and sat down, and I placed my left arm around Miss Scarecrow, and she held my left hand with hers. I've missed you so much, she said as we looked at each other, and then she removed my mask slightly and kissed my cheek, and I blushed slightly as I slipped the mask back on. Then we turned on the TV and watched Teen Titans Go. For some reason I had a habit of inserting weird references to other franchises in my stories on an obnoxious amount. Then afterwards, I scooped Miss Scarecrow up bridal style and took her up to my old bedroom, since my bed was big enough for 2 people. I layered her gown on the bed, took my brownish yellow jacket off, then took my shirt off, and laid on the bed next to Miss Scarecrow. And I took my mask off Miss Scarecrow and for Miss Scarecrow and I to snog. Chapter 3. Sneer or Killer. Korbyn's point of view. I was arguing with Jeff because he wanted two of the kids to be killers, but I wanted them to be sneers. A very first couple argument. Man. We don't need sneers because you've already killed Nargo, Jeff yelled, and I got mad. Hey, and sneers, they're meant to protect others from killers and balance the gap between the underrealm and the overrealm according to the original series, but apparently that's not a thing in this fanfiction. We argued this morning at breakfast sometimes. Sometimes I wonder if Jeff and I were meant to not be married at all. And there's no apostrophes in this. Then Wendy walked towards Enough and yelled, "Enough!" And we looked at him. What about Sam be a killer and Cat can be a sneer? We smiled. That seemed fair enough. Oh yeah, of course, because children being killers is all fine and dandy. Jeff went to Sam for her killer training, and I went to Cat for her sneer training. Oh wow. Chapter 4, A Long Lost Friend. Korbyn's point of view. I chilled out on the couch and thought to myself, a great husband and awesome new friend. I smiled. What did I do to deserve this? Then I gasped, friends! I took out my phone. 3 months and I forgot all about Camille! Yeah, first it was 10 years and now it's been 3 months apparently. I was not consistent with my time skip. I dialed Camille's phone number and pressed the phone to my ear and Camille answered. Camille, hello? Corbyn. Hey Camille, it's me Corbyn. Camille. Corbyn! It's been 3 months! What happened to you? 3 months. And even though at the very start of the... Okay, I'll stop now, yeah. I know I was never really consistent with my storytelling, so let's leave it on that. I was young when I wrote this. I hesitated quickly, then I blurted everything out. The fact I wasn't clear, how my husband in the notorious Jeff the Killer, and the fact that my new friends are the legendary creepypasta monsters, including my boss, Korbyn, meet me in the park and I will show you my new phone. My new place, even. Camille, alright, then what time? Korbyn, how about 7 AM? Camille, cool, fair enough. I hung up and looked at the time. 6:56 AM or PM. I don't think I really clarified whether it was meant to be 6:56 PM or AM. 6:56, and I asked Wendy for permission to go to the park in the Overrealm, and he agreed. So me and Jeff went off to the park. Chapter 5, we meet again. Jeff's point of view. We walked through the park and saw Camille sitting on a bench, and Korbyn ran towards Camille and they hugged each other tightly. I didn't have the ring that made me look normally human, but Camille saw my true form. Why? Oh, yeah. So this is what Jeff really looks like? She asked, and Korbyn smiled. Yep, and he's not the only one. Then we led Camille to the Slender Mansion, and when we got there, Camille was introduced to all the other pastors/proxies, and she met our kid Sam and Cat. Then Camille asked, hey, where's that masked friend of yours? Korbyn frowned, and I explained about Nolga and how he had killed Masky. Then Korbyn spoke up. Masky died a long time ago. Camille looked at Korbyn and frowned. Oh, I'm so sorry, Korbyn. Then she asked, hey, didn't you mention the Scarecrow lady on the phone? Then Korbyn gasped, gosh, I haven't seen Miss Scarecrow in a while. I wonder where she is. Yeah, because now apparently Camille is totally cool with her best friend hanging out with a load of supernatural killers and monsters. Chapter 6. Text message. Miss Scarecrow's point of view. Yeah, why did I say Miss Scarecrow instead of just calling her Scarecrow? I think thinking it's Masky, that's why, he said Miss here, and I think Jeff said, not Jeff, Slenderman, he said something like Miss, Scarecrow. He called Scarecrow Miss Scarecrow at one point, so I think that's just stuck. Anyway, Miss Scarecrow's point of view. I sat on the couch with Masky until I got a text from the phone Korbyn gave and taught me how to use it. The message was from Korbyn and it said, where are you? I wasn't to say that Masky was alive, because people might say that I'm rather crazy or in denial, so I replied with, I'm out killing people. After that, I played a relaxing song called Forever Ago by the Cute Mario Brothers. Not from the Cute Mario. Oh my god, yeah, I remember. Yeah, this is another one of those instances of adding random things in my stories, but this was back when I watched Mario's Amnesia, and that song was in the video, and for some reason I thought it was from the Cute Mario Brothers, like they actually made the song. I mean, they could have made the song for the video, but I don't know, I don't know, who knows? I'll put a link for the song in the description if you guys actually want to check it out. I'm not gonna play it in case I get copyrighted. Then I felt a sudden cramp in my leg, and Masky helped get rid of it by stretching my leg. Then he caressed my cheek. I'm gonna go to the Splendor Mansion. Just please stay here. Then Masky allowed Mr. to cut his arm a little, just so it would look like I've been killing humans. Then I walked to the front door and towards the mansion. I imagine a lot of people were confused by this. Chapter 7. Scarecrow meets Camille. Camille's point of view. I heard a knock on the door, and I opened it to see a grey woman with stitches, black eyes, long black hair, and a brown dress with blood on it. Hey there, you must be Miss Scarecrow, I said while smiling. Correct, and you are? I'm Korbyn's friend Camille. She's in the living room. Miss Scarecrow smiled. Thank you. Then she went into the living room. And apparently she's not going to question why a bloody human is in a mansion full of supernatural creatures in the freaking underrealm. Miss Scarecrow's point of view. I saw Korbyn and Kat chatting. Hey guys, what's up? They both turned and stared at me. Kat had just blue edges and Korbyn's red hair except longer. In case any of you didn't get that, it was meant to be blue eyes. So you can tell I was not very good with grammar back in those days on my writing. Mommy's telling me about being a sneer. We're going outside for training, Kat explained excitedly. Oh, that's awesome, I replied. Then looked around. Hey, where's Sam? Korbyn snickered, just teaching Sam how to be a killer. Then I laughed. Ha! Classic murderous Jeff. And then we both laughed. Chapter 8. Hunting. Sam's point of view. Daddy, Jeff in brackets, and I walked through a neighborhood and snuck into a house with our knives out. Okay, Sam, what's this? Daddy snuck into a bedroom with a man and a woman. The mum and the dad, probably. Okay, now I'll kill the mum and you kill the dad, Daddy whispered. Then leaned over the dad and whispered, go to sleep. Then the dad woke up before he could react, my dad stabbed the man multiple in the heart. When the woman woke up, I lunged at her, screaming, and stabbed her in the breast, and Sheg gave a blood-curdling scream. Great job, sweetie, Daddy snapped, beaming. We then snuck into a baby's bedroom, and yet again we killed her. Oh my god! I once saw a laughing Jack kill children, so I did the same. Oh my god! Oh, I just read ahead, and I'm gonna give you a trigger warning for gory details and child murder. So if you want to skip that, then oh man. If you want to skip that, then I completely understand. I cut the baby's chest and stomach and took out his inside gangs and aged them. Oh my gosh! Oh wow, I am really sorry. I'd forgotten I swear I'm not a serial killer with super dark thoughts. I was just a really edgy teen back then. Oh man, I'd forgotten that I put that in there. Oh my god. Oh man, and it wasn't even... okay. Gaggy looked shocked because he didn't see the way I killed coming. It was only the mum, the dad, and the baby who lived in the house. After a few kills later, we headed towards the mansion and then Weg back inside. When Weg back inside, we saw the other pastors and proxies. Chapter 9, moving in. Korbyn's point of view. I went to the mall with Camille like old times, and then I looked at her and suddenly asked, "Do you want to move into the mansion with us?" Camille was surprised. "Why, of course." "But why?" I laughed, then smiled. "We can see each other more often." Camille smiled. "I'd love to." Then we headed back to Camille. Then we headed back. Camille went to her bedroom to get her stuff together. At the mansion, me and Jeff decorated Camille's new room. And when Shed arrived, she hugged both me and Jeff tightly. "Oh guys, I love it!" Camille squealed in excitement as she settled in. Chapter 10. Grossman. Masky's point of view. I went out for a walk in the woods with Miss Scarecrow, and we ran into a man with blonde hair and blue eyes, followed by Laughing Jack. "Hi there, I'm Isaac Grossman." The man said as Laughing Jack stared at me aghast. "Masky? I thought Zongo had killed you." And there's no quotation. Oh my god. Miss Scarecrow smiled. "He was, but I brought him back with Splendid Potion of Life." And there's no explanation as to why he has that. Miss Scarecrow and I held hands as we walked round the woods, and we sat down to catch our breath and enjoy the view, and we started singing Just a Dream by Nelly. And well, the original, even though in this case the video I put in there was of the cover by Sam Snooey, I think that's how you pronounce his name, and Christina Grimmie. After a good hour of walking, we headed back to my house and watched some Netflix. Chapter 11. Nightmares. Miss Scarecrow's point of view. I went to sleep in Masky's arms and found myself in a dark room, and I had a familiar voice. Long time no see. Scarecrow. I completely butchered that as well. I'm supposed to say Scarecrow. I turned to see Zorgo and screamed, "No, it can't be you, you're dead! Korbyn killed you 3 months ago. It was 10 years ago! Oh my god, I need to go back and edit this story. Wow, the story is not consistent at all." Then he came toward me, brandishing a trident and laughing maniacally. And then I woke up screaming before realizing it was only just a dream. Itchy, you get the joke. Oh my god. Then Masky woke up. What's wrong, Miss Scarecrow? I took a deep breath. Oh, nothing. It was just a nightmare. And we both went back to sleep. Chapter 12. Christmas. Time skip to December Christmas morning. Korbyn had sent me a laptop for Christmas because I told her where I was without mentioning anything about Masky, and I was watching a web series called Edgy on it. Even though this is Masky's point of view, and Korbyn isn't supposed to know that Masky's alive. And scroll down and click a bunch of Edgeworld videos. Jeff had sent me a t-shirt that said, "Keep your hands off my hips or I'll punch you in the lip." In the lips, I should say, named after the song with the same name, which why I listened to the song with my new shirt on. I had gotten Masky a heart-shaped cushion that said, "I love you no matter what." No one else had gotten him anything because they thought he was dead. Yeah, no shit. No cheers. Chapter 13. Memory. Miss Scarecrow's point of view. Me and Masky walked through a familiar neighborhood, and I walked past a familiar block of flats, and we recognized the building immediately. I miss Korbyn. Masky glittered, and we held hands. Yeah, do you think someone else lives in our apartment? We looked at each other. I love you so much, Miss Scarecrow. For the first time I saw Miss Scarecrow blush red. I love you too, Miss Scarecrow said, smiling. I took off my mask and puckered up, and Miss Scarecrow did the same. And we closed our eyes and kissed full on the lips for a full 5 minutes, and we headed back to my place. Chapter 14. The New Seer. Korbyn's point of view. Kat had been training for 5 months, and now she was ready to become the new Seer. She started glowing bright, pale green. Pale green? And she was ready to take on the people trying to kill her, even though there hasn't been anyone trying to kill her in the story. And she wrote the stepson, how to be a seer, in my old book, the one my grandma gave me. And for Sam, she had become skilled in fighting and killing. And now both Sam and Kat are 16, and I found them watching a kid on YouTube named Harry Flip TV. Shameless plug. The videos they were watching were about me and Jeff being a couple, which me and Jeff thought was bizarre. Well, of course it's bizarre. Somehow I know you two are a couple. Oh wow. Chapter 15. Creepypasta stories. Masky's point of view. I went on to Google on Miss Scarecrow's laptop. Where'd she get a laptop? And looked up some stuff about horror, and looking through, I saw an image that correct creepypasta, and the pictures showed all of proxy/pastas, including Slendy, and I gasped when I went onto Wikipedia and read all the stories about us, and they were all correct. These are the stories Masky read, and it's just flicking through creepypasta videos that I linked in there. I read a story where Jeff had two faces, which I found rubbish because it wasn't true, in my opinion. And this is just me. In my opinion, the Jeff the Killer 2015 is awesome. It's just Masky who hates it. I told Miss Scarecrow to check them out, and she did. They even had lost episodes of cartoons and other TV shows that played on TV in the mansion. Oh my god. And when we had read all of them, I just couldn't say anything afterwards. Neither did Miss Scarecrow. And I don't think it's brought up ever again. Chapter 16, Jeff versus Jane. I wandered through the woods with Sam when I heard footsteps running past me. Sam and I turned around quickly. Then I saw a figure dressed in black, and I knew immediately who it was. "Jane!" I yelled as I pulled my knife out from inside my hoodie. Oh yes, of course, because every serial killer with a black hood, of course everyone wearing black is suddenly Jane. "Hell, hi Jeff, long time no see," she ran towards me, knife in hand, and quickly aimed the knife at my chest. But I grabbed Jane's wrist and pushed her to the ground. I then landed on top of Jane, but she kicked me and got up. "I thought you were with Lou," I demanded. "Just because I'm married to Lou doesn't mean I broke my promise to kill you." Jane ran towards me, and I stabbed her 37 times on the chest. You got that little joke. "Same here," I said to Jane before she faded out and died. We headed back to the mansion, and Sam watched Stephen King's It, the 1990 version. There's a lot of weird plots that are just thrown together and never get brought up again, isn't there? And yes, back then I kind of did ship Jeff and Lou, and yes, I did reference Llamas with hats in that chapter. No, I don't know how many. I don't know how many of you got that reference. No, yeah. Masky's point of view. I took Miss Scarecrow to the cinema to watch Stephen King's It 2017, and she was wearing a ring that made us pasta/proxies look human. When we got there, the movie was already beginning, and then I just put a random video in there. I put a lot of random videos in my stories back then for some reason. After the movie, we went home and snuggled up on the knee. Miss Scarecrow sleeping in my arms. Chapter 18, Pale Skin. Masky's point of view. The next day, I woke up and noticed that Miss Scarecrow's skin was much more of a pale grey. Did you know that your son is more pale? I asked her, and she shook her head. "No, I didn't." She then went to look at herself in the bathroom mirror. "Oh God, it is pale!" I said out loud, but then I felt sick all of a sudden, so I told Masky that I was gonna lie down on the bed. The Masky told himself, essentially. I said, alright, Miss Scarecrow, Masky said. Then I just laid back on the bed and went to sleep. So yeah, it just kind of went from Masky's point of view to Scarecrow's point of view all of a sudden. Chapter 19, Pain All Over. Third person point of view. Miss Scarecrow was about to drift off to sleep when suddenly she felt unbearable pain all over the inside of her body. Her chest, her stomach, her hands, her fingers, her legs, her arms, her face, inside her mouth, in her eyes, and down her throat, where she felt something hard and sharp go upwards. The pain reached her head and she screamed, "Masky, help me!" Then her vision went black and she collapsed on the bed as Masky ran into her. Masky's point of view. I saw Miss Scarecrow lying on the bed and I held her bridal style and felt her arm twitch despite being unconscious. I didn't know what to do. Then I thought of something. I didn't like it though. I bulged out of the house with Miss Scarecrow in my arms. I had to go back to the Slender Mansion for Slender's help. Chapter 20. The explanation. Jeff's point of view. I heard a knock on the door, and when I opened it, I saw, to my surprise, Masky with Scarecrow in his arms. You? But how? I asked, and Korbyn came and asked the same thing. A few hours later, Masky explained everything, and we got Slendy to see what the problem was with Scarecrow. He placed his hand on Miss Scarecrow's head and scanned her, apparently he's an android now. Then when he was done with her scan, he looked at us and said, "She's becoming more human." I just stared in surprise. The more time Miss Scarecrow spends as a living scarecrow, the more she'll become a human. That explained her skin being paler and an inside pain. She had been growing a skeleton, blood, organs, a brain, a heart, and all sorts of intestines growing inside her. Then something extraordinary happened. Miss Scarecrow's skin went really pale, then went into a dark tan. Brackets, no racism intended. It really wasn't. She opened her eyes and they were a creamy yellow, and she didn't have the stitches that held her together and kept the straw inside. She had a normal human smile and long fingernails. Then she said in a quiet voice, What happened? I gave her a mirror and she gasped at her new self. "I'm a human," she explained. Then she hugged me tightly and wouldn't let go, like a child on their first day of kindergarten away from their parents. And for some reason I had a habit of putting brackets into some sentences. I don't know why, it was a really weird face. We then headed back to my house, but Slendy stopped us and we both looked at him. "Hey Masky, Scarecrow, how would you like to move back in with us?" We looked at each other and Miss Scarecrow nodded, and then I turned to Slender and yelled, "Yes!" as I put a fist in the air. Chapter 1, Together Again. Korbyn's point of view, I walk into the living room with some popcorn, and I sat on the couch where Camille sat next to Jeff on the left, while Miss Scarecrow sat next to Masky on the right. I sat in the middle and turned on the TV on the movie we were about to see. It was called Clown House, and apparently it's a classic, even though the directors are child molested. Okay, and then me putting a link to the full movie of Clown House in my story. I didn't need to do that. It was nice to be together again, and the kids sat on mine and Jeff's lap, and we looked at Scarecrow, who gave herself scars on her entire body just to make herself look like a pastor. Why? It was nice. Me and Jeff were together, Scarecrow and Masky were together, and Camille moved in. Everything was awesome. And that's about it for the fanfiction. Oh man, this was a really bad story. I'm gonna be honest, this was not good at all. A lot of edginess in terms of killing, a lot of little side plots being crammed into the story that don't get brought up again. If I remade the story today, it would not be the same as it was all those years ago. It probably wouldn't even be identical to how the original story was. But that's all I have. I know this is a long video. These were actually really short chapters. That's why I decided to make one full video instead of just splitting them into parts like I usually do when I read a fan fiction or a story. But hopefully you enjoyed that. I will be back with more fan fiction reading hopefully soon, and there was actually a Jeff X James fan fiction I wrote after this, but that was so bad, I was so ashamed of it that I actually deleted it. Like, suffice it to say, there was a lot of smut and lemon, as Wattpad writers would put it, in the story. So that's why I deleted it, but also because I was just really ashamed of the story. But hopefully you enjoyed this fanfiction reading, despite how bad the story was in my opinion. And I will see you all next time. I'm Harry Fleeky. Remember, you don't have to.